Hello everyone, and I hope you are doing well. If you are a student of mine and you have missed your lesson of how to checkmate with a rook, this is going to be the best video or the perfect video because it's short. Um, First of all, we have learned on how to checkmate with the queen and how to checkmate with the two rooks, right? And today we're gonna checkmate with a rook. It's the same concept. We're gonna try to make the imaginary box tiny, okay? Smaller, smaller, and push the king to one of the corner, towards the corner. So if I have to move now, I'm not gonna move my king, but I'm gonna move my rook. Why will I move my rook? Because that is my imaginary box. I'm going to lock that king on that box. The king, of course, is going to try to capture your rook, so please keep in mind that the king should be really close to the rook the whole time. Okay, if you forget about it, then maybe you're going to lose your rook, and that will be, instead of winning the game, it's going to be a draw. So here, you're going to just have to move your king toward e4. The king is going to go either on e7, f6, or f7. Let's have a look at f6. If the king moves to f6, all we have to do is move the rook to e5, and this way this box is getting smaller. If he moves to king g6, again move it to f6, and that will make the box smaller again. King h6, now no more rook to g5, since if you do rook g5, the king will capture and you don't have enough material to win, and that means a draw, means half point. Let's go back. So instead of moving your rook, instead of doing a check and making the box bigger, because this is gonna be big for the king, okay? Instead of moving your rook, just move the king. King to g6, this rook is doing an amazing job. Just move king to g4. King h6, now we can move the rook to g5 and lock the king on that rectangle, okay? King to h7, you don't want to do rook g6, remember, because the king will capture your rook. So we just go up. So please do not come on that side, because if you go on h5, the king goes to h8, and king to h6 will give us again a stalemate. So instead of coming with your king on the sides, just go to f6, or if you checkmating on the other side, that will be the c. So we're gonna go to f5. If the king goes to your rook, please again don't do rook to g6, because the king is going to go down. So just when the rook is doing her job, you can move your king to f6. King to h7, rook to g6. Now I can do that. King to h8. Please do not do rook to g7, because it looks like a good move and you made a box tiny, but unfortunately this king can't breathe. No room for the king means a stalemate. Okay, a stalemate is when it's your turn and you can move any of your pieces. Okay, so instead of doing a rook to g7, I'm just gonna bring my king closer. King to a7. Here I would like to checkmate him here, but he's gonna capture me, so I'm going to do a waiting move, which means I can move my rook all the way, or just one of the squares. All of them are fine. That's force the king to go to h8, and I will be checkmating him in h6. Let me show you another position. If he did not play the king f6 and he went to king to e7, this way we're gonna not need the rook to go here, since he will be capturing it. We will move the king toward the king, and this, when every time the kings are opposite each other, means these three squares are not allowed or not available for your opponent. So here, if he goes up again, you just go up with your king. If he goes to f8, rook here, and I'm locking him. I call this closing the gates, okay? So rook here, rook, king here. Please do not move the rook again, just a waiting move. King f8, rook e7, king g8, king e6, king f8, again, just a waiting move. So you will know when the rook is doing an amazing job. You don't want to lose this box. You want to always make it tiny. If you get to lose it, you're going to have to play again and make it smaller. So don't waste your time. Rook f7. Do we play king rook to g7? No, we don't. okay, because that will be a stalemate. So we're gonna play king to g6, king to g8. I would like to checkmate him on f8, but I can't right now because he's gonna capture me. So that means I should not move the rook any of these sides, but I will move it to the f file and king h8, rook f8, and I will be delivering a checkmate. Thank you for watching me. I will be dropping some links in the below the description for you to practice. Enjoy.